Okay, welcome to the zoning hearing board for July 21st, 2020. We have three appeals tonight, but we do have, first of all, we have to take care of some business with the Timco appeal. Adam, I understand they're asking for a continuance on this. Did you have the details of that?
Correct. We have an email that was sent by Ed Murphy, their attorney, and they originally requested the continuance to tonight's meeting because their witnesses were not available at the previous meetings. Apparently, one of those witnesses' schedule changed and they're not available tonight. And so they're requesting a continuance until the first meeting in August, which is August 4th.
August 4th. Is that doable? No problem with that, I assume, August 4th? Or is it?
Mr. Chair, Barbara Kirk here on behalf of the township.
Yes.
We're participating and we have no objection to the recontinuance request.
Okay, I don't have any issue with it at all. Any of my colleagues, anybody have an issue with this?
I have no objection or issue, but just wanted to let the rest of the board know that I am on August 4th, so I won't be participating.
So you won't be here August 4th meeting?
Correct.
Going on vacation?
Correct.
That's none of my business. All right. Well, that being said, does somebody want to make a motion for the continuance?
Move. Make the motion.
All right. Do I have a second?
Sure, I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor of the continuance, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against? Okay. The continuance is granted to August 4th for the Timco appeal. All right. Adam, let's start. All right. Our first appeal then is Jeffrey Schultzbank, appeal number 20-1864. If you'd like to come up to the or give us your name and address, so our recording secretary can record all that. And then I'd like to ask Adam if he'd like to have is there any kind of exhibits he's got to enter in?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have a few exhibits. A1 is going to be the application. A2 is the site plan. A3 is just a picture of the fence, and that's being proposed. B1 is the proof of publication. B2 is the proof of posting, and B3 is the notice to the neighbors.
Have they been sworn in? Who's our recording secretary tonight?
I'll swear him in right now. Is this just one gentleman?
Oh, is that right? Is that what we have, just the one gentleman to swear in?
I think they have to enter the room first.
Oh, okay. Is that being done by our facilitator? I imagine it is.
It should be.
Barbara Kirk is the only one I have in for this appeal.
Really?
Stand by. Let me just check the room and see if anyone else has arrived.
Okay, thank you. Here we go.
No, I have nobody else for this appeal.
Nobody.
Mr. Chair, I do have a phone number for him. Do you want me to try to call him and see what's going on?
Yeah, because I'd be surprised that he's not here.
All right, I'll call and then I'll let you know.
All right.
And just for the board's information, the application was submitted on June 8th, 2020. I believe the first hearing needs to take place within 60 days, Adam?
Right. Think so.
So
Yes.
if somehow we can't get a hold of them, we could possibly just continue this to the August 4th meeting.
We'd be just in time for that. Okay, yeah. All right.
Or we could just go to agenda item number 2 while we.
I was just going to say, you want to go to, we can just go to 2 while we're waiting. Well, let's wait for Barb, see what happens. Give her a minute. He's calling.
So I have Mr. Schultzbank on the phone. He's having problems accessing the meeting, so I'm going to give him instructions on what to do.
Okay.
The only instructions I have are the ones that were given to me by Mr. Majewski for my participation. Are those the same things that same instructions I should give Mr. Schultzbank?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Do you want to take like a 5-minute recess while I get him organized and walk him through?
Either that or we can go to the second appeal.
Why don't you do that and then I'll just work with him, okay?
Second appeal number 2.
All right,
All right.
yep. And I just so the gentlemen know, and ladies, I'm only here for the Schultzbank appeal. So do you want me to stop my video?
Well,
Yes, Barbara, you can stay in the room. Stop your video and mute your audio, please.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Appeal number 2, it would be 20-1865, Kimberly and Aldo Bartra. If they're here.
They're here. They're coming in right now.
Okay, have them step up, give their names, and be sworn in. Names and addresses and be sworn in, please.
Second.
Can you hear us? Kimberly Bartra, 1439 Drive.
I see you and hear you. Okay. All right. Have you been sworn in?
We have not yet.
Okay.
Okay, both of us swear you both in. Do you solemnly swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Tell us about your request.
So we are looking to put in a new in-ground pool.
Hold on one second. Adam, is there anything you need to enter in?
Yeah, let me just mark the exhibits
Hold on
quickly.
one second. All right.
A1 is going to be the application. A2 is going to be the site plan. B1, proof of publication. B2, proof of posting. And B3 is the notice to the neighbors.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we're looking to put in an in-ground pool in the backyard, but it would increase our impervious surface area. So we worked with an engineer to put in a sewage pit and some extra drains around the concrete to make sure that all the water runoff was solved for.
Yes.
So we're just looking at that.
I saw your plan. I thought it looked okay. Jim, are those is that the seepage pit big enough? It sure looks like it to me. Can you make comment on that, Jim? I don't hear you.
I had to unmute myself. Sorry. Yeah, the seepage pit is enough to handle the additional runoff that's generated from the impervious surface. However, one thing to note, if you look at their plan, the edge of the concrete is closer than 5 feet to the property line. There's a minimum 5-foot separation requirement between grading for a pool and amenities like that. And they're at about probably 2 feet. So they'd have to move the pool over about 3 feet from where it's currently shown to maintain that 5-foot separation distance. That would reduce the amount of impervious surface down to 31.1%.
Okay, so the mitigation is enough, and we need to move the pool itself over, or is that concrete deck area you're talking about?
They could move either or both.
Okay, and I don't see the. Let me open up my drawing. I can't really see it on the screen here too well. Hold on.
So our engineer had put in a drainage right along the edge of that concrete to help
the trench drain.
water, and then it would go right to that seepage pit.
Right. Yeah, that's what your plan shows. Yes, I see that. So, Jim, where's this 5-foot mark at that you're referencing here?
Well, there's a
See the plan on the screen?
I do.
there's a 10-foot line.
I see the 10-foot line.
Well, correct. They don't show the 5-foot line. Based by scale.
Oh, yes, they're less than 5. Yes.
Right.
Do you see what he's talking about, Mrs. Bartram?
I do. So just to clarify though, so the drain though that's at the edge of the back of that concrete next to the fence, there's a drain that goes.
Yes, we see that
right away.
all the way to the left of it to the seepage pit.
Yeah. So does that not catch the runoff?
It does, but it needs to move over. Everything needs to move over to 5 feet. It looks like the measurement, if you look at it, you're showing 10 feet to the edge of the pool there. So if you look, you can't be any closer than 5 feet to the edge of the property. It looks like, based on where that drain is, it looks like it's closer than 5 feet. There's no actual measurement there, but it does appear that way.
Okay. So sorry, just a question. So if the concrete edge is moved in to 5 feet from the fence line, is that drain still required on the outside edge or no?
Yes, because that's what your design is.
Okay.
I do have a question for you here, Jim. I noticed that the grading plan on the concrete, the area on the north side of this here is draining to the north and not towards the control device.
Correct.
Is that an issue, Jim? I mean, I'm looking at the numbers there.
That's something that during the pool review process, the township engineer will review that to make sure that it meets all the stormwater requirements.
All right, Pete's right though. It does look like it's draining to the north. So during the permit, if we approve this, it still would have to go through the permit process, and that will be double checked by the engineer to make sure that is the right elevation or the right drainage.
Correct. And if you drew a line from where the step is at the rear of the house through the back edge of the pool, that area below that or to the south drains towards the trench drain.
Yeah, it does.
Area that Peter Solar had mentioned above that, above the top of the pool and the step, that smaller area does drain towards the driveway.
So if we were to make a motion for approval, we'd have to condition it on moving the boundary edge of the concrete to be 5 feet from the property line, correct?
Well, it's actually the edge of the grading, so that'd be the edge of the trench drain.
Edge of the trench drain.
To be 5 foot minimum from the property line.
All right, so you understand that, Mr. and Mrs. Bartra, I'm sure. The one, if it's approved, if your variance is approved, you just got to submit these drawings, and they'll probably be corrected or by Jim Majewski, our engineer. Does anybody have any more comments on this? Is there a public comment out there? I mean, this looks pretty straightforward to me, but anybody on the board have a comment? Is Township's not participating in this one?
No.
Or just the one that we're still waiting on. Is there anybody in the audience opposed or have a comment? Everybody in the waiting room? We're not missing anybody? I don't want to miss anybody.
No public comment.
No public comment? All right. That being said, does anybody want to make a motion? Pete, you sound like you're satisfied. Make a motion.
Yes, I move to approve appeal number 20-1865 with the condition that the trench drain and edge be moved to 5 foot minimum from the property line.
Okay.
And anything about the stormwater?
The stormwater was adequate, correct? Or are you talking about the drainage?
No, just making it a condition that to bring down the impervious.
Yes. Yeah, add that, Pete. They do show it there, but you want to add that to your motion?
Okay,
That the storm drain, the seepage pit be adequate to bring down the
yeah,
impervious.
the seepage pit be adequate to bring for it. I believe the calculations show that it is right now, but yes, right. The seepage pit is maintained for the impervious surface in the design.
All right. Anybody second? Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All right. Anybody opposed? Okay. The ayes have it, and it looks like your variance is approved. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
They want to check with Barb, see how we're making out with the.
We've connected with Mr. Schultz Bank. We're just having some technical difficulty with him. Can we move to the next one? We will.
Sure,
We should be able to get him in.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me make sure I didn't misplace it. There it is, right here. All right. Okay. The next one. Appeal number 20-1866 is Charles Travis Keys. If you step up or enter the room and give us your name and address and be sworn in, and we can move ahead. Adam, is there any exhibits that you need to enter?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We have the application is A1, the site plan, which does include the impervious calculations, as A2, B1 proof of publication, B2 proof of posting, and B3 is the notice to the neighbors.
Okay. All right. Have they been sworn in? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I already hear that. They've been brought into the room yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Charles and Beth Keys are in the room.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, there they are. All right. Fine. All right. Let's get them sworn in. We swear them in?
Bill, can you swear him in, please?
Bill, you there?
Yeah, yeah. You solemnly swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, so help you God?
We do.
Thank you.
All right. Tell us what you want to do.
Well, for the past several summers, we have been fighting, sitting out on our patio mosquitoes. So we decided to make a screened-in porch, which pushes us way over.
No.
Well, not way over.
Well, some over.
I mean, from what I'm seeing here, Jim, are these numbers correct? He's at 0.8% over his existing?
Correct.
And what is the impervious surface in that area supposed to be?
Hold on one second.
18% is the allowable amount. They're currently at 22.8, and this would take them to 23.6.
And when you bought, did you have anything added during your stay there to increase the impervious surface?
Apparently, we put a patio down, a stone paver patio with sand. Didn't understand that was part of the impervious soil piece.
Ah. Okay.
And I believe that pushed us over probably.
Did that get you to the 23.6% or the 22.8%?
Whatever it was, less. Yeah, less than this edition, yes.
Okay. Was there any, so now that does come into, did you get a permit for that, by the way? I want to ask.
No, because we didn't realize that we needed a permit for an impervious piece.
Yeah, just about everything. Permit.
That's all right.
All right. Did you have any plan in mind? I didn't see. At first, I thought it was kind of minimum to mitigate the impervious surface.
Do I have any plans for that?
Yes.
That's the most of the rainwater coming off the house now goes into a horizontal. I mean, my neighbor and I had problems with water forever. And about 10 years ago or so, we made a dry well at the end of his property. And we also, we expanded it and have like a horizontal It's a plastic tube with vents. We dug it down. It's about 2 feet deep. The hole is about 4 feet deep, filled with some crushed rock and some. I don't know. I don't remember the exact size. This was 10, 15 years ago. So,
Jim, are you aware of this, Jim?
Most of the water comes out of my house goes, the back of the house goes that way.
No, I was not aware of that. That's something that, should the board feel that the variance would be appropriate, that we could make sure that the size of whatever was installed previously could accommodate the runoff from the patio that was added in addition to the proposed addition, and or to augment the existing system if necessary.
So would we be required to have some kind of design of that system to submit to you? Wouldn't that require that?
Yes, we would need a sketch of that to be able to judge how effective that would be.
All right. Do you guys understand that?
Okay.
Who would do that?
Mr. and Mrs. Key?
That'd be my sketch. It's a 6-inch pipe, and it's.
Well, it's something that you would want to sketch carefully and accurately and submit it to Jim, and then he would determine if it was okay or not.
Okay.
I mean, are you willing to do that if we grant this?
Yes. Yes. It's been effective. So, I mean, 104 square feet. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot more water.
Yeah, it's just about getting it mitigated properly, and it's not setting a bad example that we're not requiring it. We always try to get people to bring it up to or bring the impervious surface down as much as possible. It doesn't take that much. You already did it already anyway, so all you need now is a design submitted to Jim.
Drawing it.
Okay. Yeah, do a nice drawing. Yes.
We will.
All right. Is anybody in public comment on this? Is there anything? Anybody waiting in the room? Nobody?
We had a Mr. Williams, but he has since left the meeting. So no.
Okay. All right. So I guess that being said, is somebody prepared to make a motion on this?
I'll make the motion.
All right, Michael.
So for Appeal 20-1866, the board moves to approve it contingent upon the homeowners providing a sketch of the currently installed stormwater mitigation system and are open to expanding that system if the township deems that it's not adequate to cover the additional impervious cover.
Sounds good. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. You've been approved.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, now we need to get back to Barbara, right?
Yep, she's coming in right now. Stand by.
And that is the Schultz Banks. And there was just a fence, if I remember right.
Want to see on TV?
No.
I'm going to go watch on TV.
Hey, somebody's there.
Yeah, I found them.
It was pretty hard.
All right. You need to be give your name and address and be sworn in. Bill, you going to swear them in?
Ma'am, do you solemnly swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Adam, is there any exhibits you need to enter in for the record?
I think I may have already marked them.
Oh, we already did that. Sorry, we did.
Yeah. So the ones I mentioned earlier,
Okay.
still good to go.
All right. Then tell us what you're trying to do. I read it, but you tell us what you're trying to do.
We have a pool. We put in a pool a few years ago when we fenced in part of the yard, but now it was a wood fence, and now it's time to upgrade and to replace it. And we wanted to incorporate our whole backyard. And some of our backyard is over a sewer easement. We wanted to go over that. When we talked to the fence contractor, we made sure that when he was putting up the panels, how he was going to do it, and they were going to be removable because we knew that you needed access to it. So basically, in a nutshell, we just wanted to make our backyard bigger and more room for the kids to run.
Right. So you understand that if some reason the township has to get to the sewer line, the lateral, whatever it is there, you will be responsible for taking it down or will absorb the cost for that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. And you realize the fence has to be so many inches off the ground
Yes.
for water to run through it.
Yes.
Okay. As Jim, you're okay with this fence and this any issues with you? And Mike.
We lost him.
Yeah. And I know Barb wants to participate too.
Yeah, I think I'd let
Barb go first.
Take care of.
All right, Barb.
Yeah, while I was hunting them down, and while we were waiting, I did discuss with them that the township's concerned that they would agree to the condition of removing the fence if for some reason we needed access to the sanitary sewer easement. And Mrs. Schultz Bank agreed with that. And as long as that's a condition of approval, the township has no other opposition of any sort to the application.
All right. All right. So, Mrs. Schultz Bank, you understand all this?
Absolutely. Yep.
All clear to you, and you're willing to abide by these rules that we granted. All right. Did somebody, anybody else have anything to say? Is there any public comment? I don't think there's anybody else in the public comment on this.
We have no public comment this time.
Okay. All right. Would somebody like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve appeal number 201864 with the condition that the fence sections within the easement area are removable.
And it's 2 inches off the ground. All right. That's a very nice motion. Do I have a second?
Can
second.
we add removable at the expense of the homeowner?
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's add that to it. Move it at the expense of the owner. All right. We have a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion besides what Pam just said? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? The ayes have it. It's granted. Good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be leaving. Everybody have a good week.
All right, Barb. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah,
thank you,
Barbara.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time too.
Thanks, Barb.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Barb.
Bye.
All right. Everybody looks really good today. Very nice. We have anything else? Any other business? That's it? Yeah. All right. So August 4th would be the Timco appeal coming up.
Mr. Chair, did you just curse?
I don't know. Did I? I don't think so. It's possible.
Are we expecting any other business on the 4th, or is it just going to be Timco?
There is another appeal because I had asked before they continued, wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be the only one and then make you guys have a meeting for just for them. So
Right.
my understanding, there's at least one other, and Jim obviously can speak to that as well.
And I'm out, so I don't think we have any alternates, do we?
No.
Yeah, so
No.
I just want to give you guys the heads up. And,
Thank you. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. I hope to.
Yeah. It was for
Our air conditioner's been out for 2 days. So we just got it up and running, but the house is still 88 degrees inside. So
And well, I hope that works for you. All right. I guess that's it. The motion, then I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
so
So move. Second. I'll second it. All right. Meeting adjourned.